Facebook on phones, Danny. I tell you what, man, we've come to a generation where all people do is sit on their iPad, they sit on their tablet. The ridiculous thing is, my little cousin, okay, is going to be in year 7 next year. Surprisingly, he's going to St. James. So, I mean, if they know his surname's Katsanakis, I don't even know if he got in. But I haven't spoken to them in a little while. I guess I'll find out if they didn't get in. I better hope the mother doesn't have a go on me because, I was a devil. They gave my little cousin, when he was in grade 5 and 6 at St. Andrews, they gave him an iPad. And now in schools, instead of giving you sheets to take home and instead of giving you like all this stuff to write up, they give you an iPad, Danny. I'm not joking, man. They actually give you an iPad. I go to the mum, he's got an iPad? At my age, okay, at the age of 9, I had a Sega Master System. I didn't have an iPad, I didn't have apps. And the mum goes, yeah, the school gave it, they give it to us. They gave it to him, it's part of the curriculum, you pay a little fee for it, it goes in your school costs. But I'll tell you what, man, iPad at 9 years old, I mean, come on, Dan.
Yeah, I agree. And even a step further, I mean, you think that's kind of ridiculous or silly. I've got some first cousins, I mean, they're about 6 or 7, and their parents let them play with the iPad at the house. iPads, cameras, iPhones, and they're not even 8 years old. I mean, what happened to good old-fashioned action figures?
I saw a kid who would have been 6 and a half. He was playing with his mum's iPhone, the latest iPhone, the 6 Plus, and the mum took it upon herself to put a password on her Apple Store because this kid would constantly go to the Apple Store and tap things and buy stuff, and it would charge her. But what's a 6 and a half year old even doing on a fucking iPhone purchasing apps?
I agree.
I'll tell you what, man, back in my day, Danny, we used to have, bikes, BMX bikes, we had BMX tracks. We put pegs on the bikes. When you were a cool kid, you had pegs on the bikes. All the other kids that were considered regular didn't have any pegs at all. Those were the days, Danny. Those were the days, man, where you can go out and about and really mix with everyone. Not this liking shit, not this posting a status shit, not this uploading selfies crap. Yeah. Back in the day, Danny. It really disappoints me, man, because fucking so many kids out there, okay, are growing up and they're not out and about socializing, bike riding, chit-chatting. They're stuck on a fucking iPad.
Yeah.
Kids as young as 12 are on Facebook collecting their fucking, invisible friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's, I think, a lot of people and their kids, they're too reliant on it. And even another one of my little cousins, you're not going to believe it. I mean, I think she has an Instagram account. Instagram when she's about 11 years old or 12 years old.
Wow.
Instagram. I'm not even a teenager.
And what really fucking disappoints me is, adults. Adults are on it. You go out. Everyone's on it. You go out to fucking enjoy a coffee with a friend and, they're sitting down and instead of exchanging in conversation with one another, seeing how work was for one another, how was their week, what did they get up to, what's happening in their life. No, they're both stuck to their phones, glued to their phones, Danny, and they're tapping away, What the fuck, man? Put your fucking phone down, you dumb shits, and interact with the person next to you.
I agree.
Fuck's sake.
The absurdity of our reliance to our phones and all this stuff, it astounds me. And about 3 months ago, I was at a bar with a couple of friends, and this was laughable, to be honest. Disturbing, but laughable, There's a bar, an average bar, and there were these two, and surprisingly middle-aged men, looked about in their 40s. When you say glued on their phones, that's an understatement. They're at the end of the bar, and literally, my friend initially pointed it out to me, and without staring because it's too rude, I would glance over every now and then, and they, for about 15 minutes, without exaggerating, did not exchange conversation with each other, didn't even look up. They were glued to their phones. I mean, it was literally like two cardboard cutouts were standing by the bar. I mean, I'd rather socialise with a mannequin in a department store than people like that.
It's sad, Danny. It really is sad. It makes me wonder how intelligent people are these days. I mean, I went to a friend's house, a group of girls, lovely girls, and I would have spent quite a number of hours there with them all. And not once did they check their Facebook. We sat down in the middle of the fucking lounge room, Danny, and we played a card game called Skippo. Now, they tried to teach me how to play, but my concentration span is worse than a fucking fish, so I didn't quite get it, and I retired in 15 minutes. But I did give it a go. But I'll tell you what, man, these girls, they're all sitting, and they're attractive women, and they're sitting down, and they're not chatting up some guy on Facebook, that they've never met before. They're not fucking going on and seeing who's liked their statuses or who's fucking, commented on their pictures. They give two fucks, Danny. They sat down and they were chilling. They were discussing life. They were discussing stuff, between them all. Like, how was your day? How was your week? Did you do this? Did you do that? Are you going to do? And they were sitting down and playing cards for a number of hours. And I was sitting there, and I retired because I didn't know how to fucking play. It's the easiest game in the world. My 5-year-old cousin can figure it out, but I couldn't because I'm dumb as dog shit. I'm very intelligent in a lot of stuff. When it comes to basic shit, I'm dumb as a doorknob. But I sat down and I was watching them. And it just occurred to me, I'd go, fuck, man, a lot of people need to be like this. A lot of people need to be like this. We're stuck on our phones, Danny.
The sad thing is, that example you said, that's what I like to consider. It's called old school socializing, because it's just so rare these days. People to not be constantly checking who's texting me, who's messaging me. How about talking to the person you're with? Yeah. You're with them for a reason.
Exactly, Danny. And you know what? If this is going to continue, if we're still going to go into 2020, going to 2030 and 40, and if we're still going to 2050, and if we're going to still have to deal with all of this shit, and if it gets a lot worse, oh man, I tell ya, we are going to be in a lot of fucking trouble.